All good?
We're all good.
Coming. Yes, it is. Hello.
All right. Good. How's it going?
Okay, young lady. Now, we discussed, okay, the brief on real estate, it was real brief.
No, we started.
Assistant to the chairman of the board. Do you remember that? Do you remember that?
For what?
Chairman of the board. No, not pretty sure. We wanted to change it.
Right or wrong? Where's he at? You see him?
I wouldn't know.
Okay, yeah. I'd like to have the superintendent here.
There he is. There he is.
Yeah.
There he is.
We're about to set out the dogs. I was wondering what you were waiting for there. It makes sense.
Thank you. Sorry. Hey, 7 o'clock. We're ready to go.
Okay. I'd like to call the May 1st, 2023 Penn Trafford School Board meeting to order with the pledge of allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag
of
of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, there's no roll call. Talk, Harris?
Roll call tonight? No, because we don't have a voting item.
I know.
Okay,
First,
we're going to start off
Special reports, go ahead.
on the special reports. We're going to start with Mr. Dallas Leonard from the WIU.
I get to be first, thank you. The WIU monthly meeting was held on April 25th, 2023 at the IU headquarters, and there are 11 members present, 6 absent. An executive session started approximately 6:30 and ended approximately 7. At this executive session, the board reviewed and discussed legal, contractual, and property issues, including an updated summary of the Act 92 draft proposal. The regular meeting was called to order at approximately 7 o'clock. No visitors were present to speak. The typical monthly correspondence items were reviewed. All monthly bills were approved for payment. The brief foundation report was presented by Mr. Mike Karsick. The executive director, Dr. Jason Conway, presented a pre-recorded executive director report since he was absent due to his attendance at an IU meeting in Harrisburg. Excuse me. At our meeting, we accepted 5 resignations and 3 retirements were approved. 1 full-time speech language pathologist and 1 full-time special education teacher were hired. Personnel for 2023 Clairview School Extended School Year were hired. Various agreements for services without outside agencies were approved. Two pay orders and 2 change orders were approved for the ongoing front room renovation project. The complete agenda and detailed minutes from this and all meetings is available on the WIU website. This concludes my report. The next meeting will be held at the IU on May 23rd.
Thank you, Mr. Leonard. Next, we have a report from the CWC-TC from Mr. Petrucci.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Harris. I'd like to postpone mine until next Monday because we meet this Thursday.
Okay, I will put you on for next Monday. All right. Before we get to the students of the month, I just want to say we have some other people honored today, and some of the characteristics of these people are supportive, high-performing, understanding, visionary, caring, uplifting, great, efficient, reassuring, outstanding, respectful, persistent, professional, listener, peacemaker, encouraging, determined, punctual, dedicated, straightforward, compassionate, quick, loves kids, loves emails. I don't know why the last one was on there, but that is because it is National Principal Day today. So it's nice to have 3 of our principals here today as part of it. Did you have a nice day today? Did anybody do something extra for you or no?
We did.
Or is it very similar to National Superintendent Day, which kind of just went, which is good.
B.
It was nice. Well, it was nice. I just wanted to bring it to your attention.
Thank you.
And I appreciate everything that you do.
Our student union did something for us. It was really nice.
Oh, that's
It was
great.
very nice.
Very nice. Today's all about the Students of the Month. Every year we do Students of the Month. If you think about it, we have 3,900 students approximately, and at the end of the year, we probably get 27 students. So it's less than 1% of our students get this honor. So to actually obtain this award, it must mean that you do something extraordinary. Because when you read the speeches given by your principals about you and what you do, I already say it makes me ashamed for being a kid and never doing half of that for my parents. But you should really be amazed, and we're thankful you're here. This is what the school board is their favorite thing we do, no matter what we do, is always the Student of the Month. And in September, we will invite you back to one of our first football games where we'll have a reception and actually take you on the field and just read your name. And you know, it's hard to honor you here effectively, but so we're gonna have a nice little celebration for you. But today, we're gonna start with Dr. Coiner, and she's gonna do the Sunrise Student of the Month.
Thank you, Dr. Harris. I'll start with the elementary updates. First, I want to mention that most of us will be celebrating Staff Appreciation Week. Probably this week or next week, we're celebrating it. I want to express my gratitude and appreciation for the hard work and dedication of the Sunrise staff and also all PT staff that work tirelessly for our students and families. We are in the middle of state testing, as I'm sure you are aware. We want to thank all the families, staff, and students for their continued support and understanding during this time. It's very stressful for all involved, and we thank everyone for respecting the process. Our district recently offered another opportunity to talk about diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging by having a guest presentation from the Consortium for Public Education. And it was one day after school in April. A wonderful group of staff voluntarily attended to continue this valuable discussion. We have tons of field trips coming up, which I'm sure you are aware. We have track and field day coming up, first grade field trip, second grade field trip, a couple other special events for second and third grade and fifth grade. And so it's going to be a very busy few weeks in May. The district-wide elementary band concert is May 23rd at 7 o'clock in the High School Performing Arts Center. And the fifth grade chorus also performed just a few weeks ago. Both groups worked very hard all year for these performances. Kindergarten readiness testing, which is for the kindergarten starting in the 23-24 school year, is in the district on for most of us, May 31st and June 1st. And then the last update I have is that we want to thank the FEPL Credit Union. They participate in all 3 levels of our district, elementary, middle, and high school, but they also sponsor a 5th grade career discovery day, which is very valuable for the students, and that will be in a few weeks. They have a special event that our kids travel to, so we thank them for their support for the school. Okay, and so now my favorite part as well is Student of the Month, and I'd like to introduce Allie Porter. Allie Porter is an 11-year-old 5th grade student at Sunrise Estates Elementary School. She is joined today by her father and her mother, Chad and Jamie. Her brother, Trevor, is currently playing soccer in the rain. Allie is a wonderful choice for our May Student of the Month, and I appreciate her sweet and gracious personality. During our conversation, Allie told me that her favorite subject in school is math because it comes the easiest to her. She wants to be a physical therapist when she is older. Her entire family has played sports, and she has seen, in her words, many injuries. She has a desire to help fix those problems and thinks that she would enjoy that field. Allie does competitive gymnastics at Elegance Elite in Delmont at least 3 days a week for 4 hours each practice. She is an XL Platinum, also known as Level 6. She competes mostly in Pennsylvania, but she has won first place on vault multiple times and third in the all-around last year at States. She also likes to draw in her free time. Some of Allie's teachers shared some thoughts with me, and most of them are here that I have quotes for. I'd like to introduce Ms. Pratt, Mrs. Guerreri, Mrs. Hawk, Mr. Spoody, and Mrs. Hartman, all from Sunrise. So, Ms. Pratt stated, Allie is an outstanding student that consistently goes above and beyond in her work. Allie's manners and respectful behavior shine through on a daily basis. She comes to school with a positive attitude, smiles every day, and is always willing to help a fellow classmate. Mrs. Guerreri shared that Allie is such a sweet, kind, hardworking student. She is very conscientious about her work and strives to do the best that she can do. She is a leader in science and often leads her group in the inquiry lessons. If she doesn't understand a question, she asks for help so that she can. She helps her friends and is always willing to help her teachers. And finally, Mrs. Hawk commented that Allie is by far one of the most conscientious students that I've ever had the pleasure of teaching. She is so thorough in her work and has a drive to do her best at everything she attempts. Not only is she a strong academic student, but she also has such a kind and gentle nature about her. Allie is well deserving of this award and embodies the traits we look for in a student when selecting our Student of the Month. We are honored to have Allie represent Sunrise as the Elementary Student of the Month. Congratulations.
You go around and shake everybody's hands.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Well done, Alan.
Next up, Mr. Simpson from Penn Middle. Can you tell us what's going on at Penn Middle?
Thank you, Dr. Harris. Sure, I won't repeat too much of what Dr. Corner said. We have our state testing going on this week, math, next week, science. This Thursday is a real big highlight of the year, and it's our 8th grade field trip to Gettysburg. It's our penultimate trip. The board is very generous because it is not inexpensive. Thank you very much. We'll be leaving at 5 a.m., probably returning around 9 or 10 that night, but it is one of the best days of the year. It's just a way to share the curriculum with the 8th graders going to Gettysburg Battlefield. It is a fantastic day. It's a long day, but a fantastic day. Friday's professional development. The following week, we have Teacher Appreciation Week. I can't say enough about our teachers and what they do day in and day out. Without them, Penn Middle would not be what it is. At the end of next week and the following Monday, our 6th graders are going to the Junior Achievement Biztown. It's a field trip. And we finish up with Keystone Algebra testing. And we have our normal Bushy Run 5K, a yearbook dance, and the 8th grade farewell. We call it a year.
I have to say, I saw your Shrek, and it was nice. They invited me over to the dress rehearsal because I was out of town that weekend. They did an excellent job.
Yeah.
They did an excellent job. I was very proud of them.
Ms. Wine Drama Guild, all those kids are super de-duper.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
And it was
I
nice to
saw it a
see because
couple
they
times,
borrowed
but-
some of our costumes from the high school when they did it, so it was nice to see the costumes again from that.
Very strong. Very strong show.
It's good talent coming up to our high school. It's nice to have those feeder programs for the arts, so when they come up, they're ready to have that experience. So.
At both middle schools.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I saw theirs about a month or two ago. They did High School Musical. So.
Okay, our student of the month, Antonio, you want to come on up? I want to introduce Antonio Garcia. He's an 8th grader at Penn Middle School. He's the son of Marcelo and Elizabeth Garcia, and they share that he is energetic, focused, and driven. He sets goals inside and outside the classroom, and then he does what it takes to accomplish them. They believe this began back in kindergarten when he told them he wanted to be a ninja when he grew up. He's got black pants on today. So, he plays inline hockey, lacrosse, and also takes weekly conditioning classes. He loves all sports and checks his stats religiously. He's a fantastic younger brother to Marcelo. Each day consists of some wrestling, ball throwing, and some affectionate name calling. Marcelo defines Antonio in one word: driven. He goes on to say they get along mostly, but they have their moments also. His parents continue to say that there are no words to describe how proud of Antonio they are. They feel that he teaches us more than we teach him because of who he is as a person and how he balances all his activities with his schoolwork. He is humble, empathetic, respectful, competitive, determined, and conscientious. He's an amazing young man, and we believe he will continue on his positive journey to be an inspiration to his classmates, his teammates, and to his family, who loves him forever. Your mom made me throw that one in. It's okay. Some feedback from my teachers. As English teacher, Ms. Romo, I probably appreciate Antonio the most for how he regularly seeks out feedback on his writing in class, how he has a very mature attention to detail in the way he strives to communicate as clearly and as creatively as he can. Antonio avidly participates in class discussions and is always prepared, puts forth the utmost effort toward everything he does, and has a polite, soft-spoken way about him that makes him such a likable kid. Another teacher, Ms. Vaslowski. I'm thrilled that Antonio is a student of the month. She came in and said that very loud to me. Antonio is a very motivated, hardworking student who strives for perfection in Spanish. I love that he is so excited to practice the language and many of his relatives from Chile speak. Not only does he excel academically, but he's very polite and respectful to me and very kind and helpful to his peers. Goes on and on. Tremendous student. Consistently shows a positive attitude, willingness to help others. He's been a great student all year, and he works very hard to make sure he's not only able to finish his work, but truly understand it. He will continue to be a strong student because of the way he works so hard. All the staff, and especially myself, we are very proud of Antonio and wish him the best as our May Student of the Month. Congratulations, Antonio. Congratulations.
And finally, we have the high school. Dr. Horvath, can you tell us what's going on, or what is not going on at the
What is
high
not
school, I
going
should say?
on?
There's a lot.
Everything right now. I guess echoing what the other two have said too, is we are preparing now for the Keystones coming up and the AP testing that takes over the month of May here at the high school. We're preparing for the prom on Friday. We have a
How
prom.
many tickets were sold?
There were, oh gosh.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that.
I
A
know,
lot.
There were a lot,
Okay.
yes. I believe we are at capacity
That's
at
nice.
Nelly, so yes, we are at capacity. But the assembly is on Thursday. We do that before the
Very
prom.
much needed.
Yes, and even actually the kids that are involved in that assembly have worked really hard to do that. And then we are preparing for graduation. We have already sent out all the graduation emails to parents and students and preparing for those rehearsals. Spring sports are amping up, although no one was playing anything today outside.
Volleyball is tonight.
Volleyball is tonight, but outside.
Right after this, everybody wants to
Right.
stop at the gym, boys volleyball.
Yeah, good. Cheer them on. I believe they are still winning the section
Yep.
currently. And let's see, the track team also made the playoffs. The boys made the playoffs for the first time, I believe, in
13 years.
yeah.
I
And the
think it was
girls
only-
have a winning record the first time in 30 years
Yeah,
in the track team. So
that's excellent.
we have some pretty talented kids here at Penn Trafford.
I know one of them is your niece.
One of them is my niece,
Have-
so let's hope she goes to states again this year.
That'd be great.
Wasn't she a county champ?
Yes, she was a county champ in the 400. There's a couple others too, now they're escaping me, but the 4x4 won first in the county, and I believe there were boys thrower that won, Sarnowski, Matthew Sarnowski also.
Got a good team this year, and actually it was about 111 kids, which is almost 10% of the whole entire school is on the track team. I think that's very impressive. So that shows a lot of the coaches have been growing their program. If you grow your track program, it serves as a great feeder program for all your other sports. It keeps you conditioned throughout the whole entire year. So
Four
we-
sets of twins, by the way.
4 sets of twins.
4 sets of twins,
Oh, my
and they're
goodness.
all very active on the team too.
Even better.
You just have to say like, go let kid, and it's one of them.
That's good.
But yeah, it's just busy every single day in the month of May.
Busy's good.
Yes, it is. Then in the month of May at the high school, we always honor our students that are heading to the military. So we have 2 in this class. If Berkeley could stand up, and the other couldn't make it today. So I will talk a little bit about Jace, and then I'm going to speak about Berkeley.
Is
So
this the
you're
one
gonna
of
have
the
to
lower
see more.
numbers you've had in a long time?
Yes.
Because it's usually 6, 7, 8.
Yes.
Sometimes we've had up to 15.
Yes, I'm gonna blame COVID.
Okay.
I always blame COVID.
I don't know. But I'm impressed we have 2. That's
Yes.
good. I'm glad that.
Yep. But Jace actually is not here. Jace Thomas is heading to the Air Force Reserves.
Okay.
And he is not here because he is at his grandfather's surprise birthday party.
I understand.
So I think that speaks of him too, to go to something like that and not be, recognized like this today. But he is the son of Michael and Amber Thomas. He is again going to the Air Force Reserves, and he will be attending college. I think he enlisted for 6 years. That was his term in the reserves. And just to speak a little bit about him, when you talk to him, he had a really hard time talking about himself. Like he really did. He had a tough time saying positive things because he's not very boastful about himself. But he did give me enough information that he lives with his mom, his stepdad. He lives with his brother and sister. And if we asked him here today to talk about it, he would have a hard time talking about himself. But he's quiet, he's honest, and he is the kind of person I believe that will flourish in the military. So very proud of him. And our second person is Berkeley Olszewski, who is here today. Berkeley has also been the Student of the Month at one time, but this is a different kind of recognition today. She is the daughter of Greg and Kathy Olszewski, who are here today. I think is your grandmother here today too? Here she is. Okay. But Berkeley will be heading to Annapolis after graduation into the Naval Academy. So we're very proud of her for that. Berkeley is, if you look at any kind of anything that's happening in this building, Berkeley is some part of whatever is happening in this building, and she takes a leadership role in any of those things that she's doing. She is she's the president of our student council, leading down to all of the other numerous activities that she is involved in, but she takes a leadership role wherever she is. She's smart, she's kind to others, and she gives 100% to everything that she does. So when I asked her why she was heading, I just wanted to know, why did you choose? Because there's lots of colleges we talked about. She was thinking about lots of colleges and decided on the Naval Academy. And her answer is, because of the various opportunities that I could not find in any other college, it offers its students an intense leadership program like no other in the country, and the camaraderie amongst fellow students is unique to the Naval Academy. Their curriculum is strictly STEM-based and offers experiences that its students take with them for the rest of their lives. And I thought that was an awesome answer for that. So Berkeley will also join a couple other PT folks at the Naval Academy. So we are extremely proud of Berkeley and Jace Thomas.
Great job, congratulations.
I will do that.
I do know Silas, yes.
Both of his boys went, so that's something that's a big honor.
One's still there.
Awesome. I like your shirt.
He's wearing I thought he was wearing Forrest today.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Congratulations, good luck.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And we're gonna take a quick picture with our students of the month. business, understanding business. So we actually have 122 students enrolled for that for next year. And that is all I have, Mr. Petrucci.
Okay.
Matt?
Yes.
Is that a copy I can
You
take
can
home
take
and
it,
look at?
if you can just bring it back by next Monday.
I'll make sure you.
An executive session this evening.
And this is not exclusionary, I do this a lot. I
You
take the
always
books
do,
home and
yes.
check them out, so that's not picking
And I
on this one.
appreciate it.
An executive session, which we commenced at 6 o'clock, we discussed personnel and real briefly real estate. Okay, Dr. Harris, information.
All right, we had, we already did the information, the students of the month and the textbook of the principal day. Next week, under athletics and extracurricular, there won't be any items. Under budget and finance, we're gonna ask you to adopt a preliminary budget for 23-24, designated treasurer, approve the CWCTC budget, approve a change order, approve purchases. We will not have any items under category 7, 8, or 9. For personnel and curriculum, we're gonna ask you to approve the personnel agenda, approve unpaid days, approve school business days, authorize the administration to issue reasonable assurance of employment notices, approve a textbook, which I just mentioned. Under policy, public relations, legislatives, Title II, we're gonna ask you to approve the list of graduates of the class of 2023. How many, Amy, I hate to catch you off guard, again,
Again,
There's 313.
313, all right, great. And to give final approval to board policies and admin regulations. We don't have any items under taxes, insurance, census, and we didn't have any visitors sign up to speak tonight.
Okay, there's anything else that, thank you, Dr. Harris. Is there anything else for the good of the order? I'll now entertain a motion for adjournment.
motion.
Motion by Mr. Leonard, second by Mrs. Zissing. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed?